Alright, let's have our first our example. So there's an engineering team and they are going to choose between three foundation designs for a high-rise building in the project in BGC. Now, the stability of the deep bedrock is uncertain. Now, we are talking about stability here. They are choosing three foundation designs. You have three alternatives. Three foundation designs. This our alternative is they may choose shallow raft, driven piles, or drilled shafts. Now, since the stability of the deep bedrock is uncertain due to local fault lines, because of this, there are three possible scenarios, scenarios that will happen. The best scenario would be stable bedrock. The moderate scenario might be minor shifting. Since we know that fault lines are moving and they don't know, they are uncertain of the bedrock, there might be minor shifting, minor movements. The worst, the low, the worst, the poorest scenario might be there might be a major sinking. The building will sink. The ground will sink. These are possible outcomes. So we have the choices here: foundation or design. And then we have our uncertain outcomes. If they choose shallow raft, if the bedrock is stable, they have the 120 million. What is this 120 million? This is the final savings or returns for each decision. We are talking about the profit. These are profit. But if there is minor shifting, shallow raft returns. When I choose a shallow raft, we have 40 million. Worst case scenario, you have a loss of negative 150 million. Among the three foundation, this will give the highest profit, but since we are uncertain about the bedrock, this might also give us the worst scenario. If we choose driven files, if the bedrock stable, 80 million, we have an 80 million profit. Minor shifting, 60 million profit. Major sinking, 10 million profit. And with drill shafts, for stable bedrock, 50 million return. 50 million return for minor shifting, still at 50 million, and then for major sinking, 30 million. Now, what would be the recommendation for each decision analysis model? Okay, let's start with Maximax. For Maximax, you maximize the maximum. You look at the best outcome or the highest payoff. It means that at Maximax, this is optimistic. We say, oh, probably the bedrock is stable. And with Maximax, we choose alternative A or shallow raft. Maximize the maximum. For the Minimax, we minimize the maximum. We are looking at the worst case scenario. So by worst case scenario that will happen is this one. Since we are uncertain of the bedrock, the worst case scenario that will happen is that there will be a major sinking. This is a conservative approach. And if we use the Minimax, Minimax says choose alternative C. Yeah, if we compare it with Maximax, we choose A. But with Minimax, you choose C. Next is, let's apply first the Laplace. Laplace. For Laplace, everything is equally likely. And so with that, you average the outcomes. So what do you mean when we average outcome? For A, that is 120 million plus 40 million plus negative 150 million. You take the average, you divide that with 3. For B, that is 80 million plus 60 million plus 10 million. You take the average, divide that with 3 because you're taking the average. And for the C, you have the 50 million plus 50 million plus 30 million. And you take the average and you solve for the average of the C. Now, for our alternative A, possible outcome for A is actually 3,333,333 pesos point 3333. This is the average for A. Possible outcome. For B, this is 50 million. And for C, this is 43,333,333.3. And according to Laplace, since we take everything, every outcomes as, equally likely, you choose the one, the average, that is highest among the rest. And for the Laplace decision analysis model, we use we choose driven piles or decision B. Right? We can compare with Maximax, we choose A because it gives the highest return. With Minimax, the Maximax, where is the Maximax? For the Maximax, yeah, we choose A because the highest profit is A. For the Minimax, we choose C because when worst case scenario comes, the alternative C, the drilled shafts, will give us the highest profit. But with Laplace, when we take all possible outcomes as equally likely, they are there is a 1/3 chance that everything will happen. 1/3. Why 1/3? Because 3 divided by 3, that is each of this divided by the total, which is 3 outcomes. That's why it's 1/3. Instead of 0.20, we do not assign 0.20 here and then 0.60, right? We do not assign that. 0.20 in the equally Laplace, in the equally likely or the Laplace, it assumes that the probability of each is the same. And if we apply Laplace, the best decision is that we choose the files. This is the safest economically. And next is let's apply the minimax regret. Next is we're going to apply our minimax regret. I intended that among the 3 methods, I assign minimax regret as the last because there are actually additional steps with this one. If the minimax and maximax, we choose the best and the worst case scenario. In the Laplace, we average. In the minimax regret is we need to identify what will happen if the best outcome is the stable rock, bedrock, or the best outcome should be the minor shifting, or the actually not the best, or what will happen is if what will happens in the relapse is the major sinking. So we have here our given, and then we apply here. This is actually not really the stable bedrock is the best. Let us say that if the bedrock is stable, let me change this. Regret is if the minor shifting is the actual. Let's say the actual. And if major sinking is actually what's the actual. regret. So for this one, you're going to get the regret. Solve for the regret. Why regret? Because you are regretting it because you chose the wrong alternative. Since for this project, we don't know what actually will happen. If the bedrock is stable, if there will be minor shifting or major sinking events. Now, if the bedrock is actually stable, if you choose shallow rough, you will have no regret. Why? Because for stable bedrock, you choose what will give us the max benefit, and that is 120 million. Your regret is 120 million minus 120 million, and that is zero. You chose the best method. Now, what if you chose driven piles? Since you are not really sure about what will happen if the actual condition is stable bedrock, that's why you chose the driven piles. You subtract your maximum. If this is the best scenario, the stable bedrock, you subtract the 120 million with the 80 million. Let me rewrite that. 120 million minus 80 million. And you have 40 million. It means for this one that because of choosing the driven piles, you have a 40 million peso regret. Regret, we are talking about opportunity cost or opportunity lost, right? This is when choosing one alternative compared with the other. And for drilled shafts, if you chose drilled shafts just to be safe, just to be safe, your regret is equal to 70 million pesos. Next is for the minor shifting. Now, if what happens in real life is there is the actual happening is minor shifting. First is you choose what is the maximum profit. And the max profit is 60 million. Choosing the driven piles. So if you choose the shallow raft, 60 minus 40 million, you have a 20 million regret. Your regret is 20. Opportunity cost is 20 million. But if you have chosen the right foundation, there are no regrets. There is no opportunity cost or loss. But if you have chosen the drill shafts, you have a 10 million opportunity cost, opportunity loss, or regret. Now for the third one, if what happened in the actual is major sinking, the maximum profit that we can get here is actually 30 million. If you chose the drill shafts, this is the best for maximum sinking. Now, if you chose shallow draft, actually you lost 150 million. So that is 30 million minus negative 150 million. And this is 180 million peso opportunity cost or regret. If you chose driven files, you have a 20 million regret or 20 million opportunity cost or loss. But if you chose the correct foundation, build shafts, of course, since you choose the best one and the right one at the same time, you have zero and no regrets. Now, next is, after getting the regret is, you identify the maximum regret. Maximum regret. Okay. For alternative A, B, and C. For alternative A, the maximum regret is 180 million. This is the maximum regret for alternative A. For alternative B, the maximum regret is 40 million. And for alternative C, the maximum regret is 70 million. And Minimax Regret said that since we cannot really predict what is the accurate outcome, we compares the possible outcome and then we get the regret of each foundation given the certain outcomes. And you get the maximum regret for each foundation or for each event. And among this maximum regret, you choose the one that will give you the minimum regret or the minimum opportunity cost. And for minimax regret, we choose alternative B or driven piles. So as you can see that there are different, depending on your analysis model, you choose different foundation. But the repeating pattern is choosing the driven piles or alternative B. For now, different criteria produce different recommendations because they reflect different attitudes toward uncertainty, right? Maximax if you are positive, that I am sure, you are sure that you will get the highest profit. Minimax is you are not sure, but to be safe, you choose the one that will give the highest profit when worst scenario comes. Laplace says that everything is equally likely, therefore we just get the average and choose the one with the highest average. And Minimax Regret says that since we don't know the future, we are going to calculate the lost money, lost cash, opportunity cost because we chose the wrong decision. We decided the wrong recommendation. And that's why we calculated the opportunity cost for each scenario when the stable bedrock is the best or the actual scenario. The minor shifting is the actual scenario or the major shifting is the actual scenario. And among those regret, you choose the maximum regret among each methods or alternatives. Among those, you are going to choose the one that gives you the minimum maximum regret. And here, the engineer must identify and justify the decision criterion rather than selecting a criterion merely because it produces a preferred answer. So for this one, we do not only say, I'll choose this because according to Maximax, this is the best outcome. No, you're going to justify why did you use that specific decision criterion. And then you have your answer instead of just choosing the criterion that gives your preferred answer. To sum up, sensitivity analysis models test how changes in assumptions or variables affect the decision, right? We apply increase in our previous example and we see that recommendation actually changes when variables changes. Critical variable, we call that the critical variable that is the input that has large effect on the result. In the previous example, that is the O&M, the double O&M, operation maintenance cost. Maximax, you choose the highest possible payoff, highest possible profit. Maximin, you choose when the worst scenario comes, you choose the highest payoff. Minimax regret, you choose among the alternatives that will give you the minimum, the smallest maximum regret. And the Laplace, you are equating all of those outcomes as equally likely. So in conclusion, engineering economics support decision making under imperfect information. We apply several methods like PWA, WIR, and EMV because they provide valuable insights. But as engineers, we must also ask, what assumptions did we make? How sensitive is the recommendation to those assumptions? And what additional information could reduce uncertainty? And this mindset distinguishes professional engineering judgment from routine computations.